So it's a really big thing to be able to understand how to trade well in both channels, but also how to connect across unified channels of social alongside that as well. And all that costs a lot of money. So Frank, I want to go to you. It's a different financial mindset that you've got to put on in your planning as well. So I wanted to get you just to talk us through that transition from a financial perspective and the different things you need to think about.
Yeah, the first thing is that the working capital challenge of having to pay for inventory and marketing before you get money back from sales is exaggerated when you're a multi-channel and multi-market business. And I think the mistake that a lot of brands make when expanding to new markets is planning on a P&L basis rather than thinking about the varying cash flow dynamics of those varying markets and sales channels. And just to give you a few examples of that, if you expand to a new market, you're probably going to have to pay a bit more to acquire customers, maybe than your home market. Therefore, you have a longer customer acquisition payback period. That puts strain on your cash flow. And if you have that across multiple markets, and if you have retail and wholesale distribution as well as direct-to-consumer distribution, you'll have longer cash cycles, varying payment terms across customers in different markets, those kind of things. So all of that brings both a lot of complexity and can bring a lot of pressure on cash flow. And obviously that then means you have to be significantly funded in order to invest in it.
But it's obviously so much harder. You've got to keep in mind bottom line. So when you've got to do so much and you've got to fund so much, and you've got to look at those multiple channels, how do you look at that profitability? How do you look at smart investment in channels?
The investors, as you rightfully say they want growth, but now they want profitability as well. So the brands are kind of stuck in the middle. Okay, we have to please our customers to make sure they buy with us, and then we have to please the investors to have both growth and profitability. So I think the unprofitable D2C brands are no longer interesting anymore, so and I would say if you're a brand, what you need to look at, you need to yes, omni-channel is important, but you can't just spread the magic dust and say, okay, I'm going to try Amazon. If not with the right partner, you're going to fail. I'm going to try retailer, but if you don't have a marketing behind it, you can't succeed. And if you just spend a lot of money acquiring your customers online, then the investor is going to look for it as well. So I think it's very important with your retailers, 85% of beauty is still sold in retailers, so then it moves to omni-channel. But I think it's very important to, if you partner with your retailer, it's to make sure that they support you correctly, they give you the sell-through data. You don't just use it as a sales channel, but also as a marketing channel. You need to ask for something back, because if they don't sell, it also looks bad on the retailer. If you go in and everything is discounted, it looks bad on everybody. Yeah. So, and then the other, for the D2C brands, I think it's also very important to look at subscription, membership. This is also very important, because that's how you get your customer more sticky.
You've had an amazing raise at 50 million. Congratulations. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's quite a lot of money you can spend, but what do you spend it on and how you spend it smartly, and really, I suppose, your motivation in saying, okay, I've got this incredible, D2C business. It's doing really well. Now I'm going to raise money. I'm going to, give up some of my brand, and I'm going to put that money partly into the physical distribution. What was your thinking behind that? Why the physical was so important for you?
Well, the advantage of working and listening to what customers say directly and owning, the first party data on a couple million consumers is that you get to understand what they do, what stops them, what helps them, and so on. And as much as we had, I'll give one good tidbit. Okay, you want nuggets? I'll give you a good nugget. Like those forms at the end of the post-purchase flow where you might say where you might ask, where did you hear about us? And typically you put like the paper or the internet or TikTok and so on. We added one more text field, and this text field was an open-ended question. If anything almost stopped you from buying today, what was it? And this has been like a pretty cool unlock, because a lot of people, once they've made a purchase, they're happy to tell you what they didn't like or what they didn't care for and so on. So quite early on, we knew that one of the biggest detractors from buying online, especially a product with a color selection or any sort of optionality, is, well, how they're going to look on me. We know for a fact that many people just go to Amazon, click the Prime button, and they forget it because they like it, they know exactly what they want. But the first time purchase is so important. So figuring out how to deliver that experience, how to deliver the try-on experience, and then how to deliver the right merchandising and visuals has been the rest of our battle, because we understand that was the missing part.